Cozart, Maldonado, and Calhoun get started out right. That's the bottom third of the Angels starting nine. Aaron Sanchez, the 25-year-old right-hander native of Barstow, California, making his 10th start of the season. Gooby, he's 2-4 with a 4.47 ERA.
Yeah, fastball is 92, 96 curveball, and solid changeup. He's throwing a lot of them. My go-tos to be successful against Sanchez this evening is you have to be patient at the dish, and also don't be fooled by change. He will throw a lot of them. A little over 31% of his pitches now are changeups. Used to be that power four-seam fastball. He'll throw the two-seamer and changeup a lot, so you got to bring that in the strike zone. Mike Trout, real good numbers against a changeup in his career.
I thought you were going to go change it. No, no chance. You being a music guy and everything?
Yes. I don't really think people want to hear me sing, though. That's the only reason why I didn't go that way.
Let's take a look at the Blue Jays on the defensive side of things. The outfield looks like this with Granderson, Pilar, and Hernandez from left to right. The infield consists of Donaldson and Urshela on the left side, Travis and Smoke on the right side, Russell Martin behind the plate.
And Donaldson starting to settle back in at third base, missed some games early in the season. 980 fielding percentage, fourth best amongst AL third basemen. He's committed one error, has turned 6 double plays, career low. 949 fielding percentage last year. Generally will be on that throw across the diamond where he makes some mistakes on occasion for Donaldson, but does have good range at third.
And Kinsler to lead things off, hitting 197, 6 doubles, 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in. He had went 0 for 3, did have a sacrifice fly last night. Angels managing 4 hits, now 14-5 out on the road this year with the loss to kick off this long road trip. One more tomorrow afternoon, then it's off to New York for a 3-game set over the weekend. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it is also brought to you by Simpson Chevrolet. 77 degrees at first pitch here in Toronto. That's in tight.
Well, one in the 50s
yeah,
for the most part all day yesterday. Perfect day for baseball.
Breaking ball misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sanchez coming off a loss in his last start. That was on the 17th. 4+ innings, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits, and that was against the Oakland A's. Kinsler fouls it back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just underway. A win for Toronto last night, snapping their losing streak at 4, their home losing streak at 6. Trout on deck. Then you've got Justin Upton. 2-2 on away from Sanchez. And down goes Kinsler to start the game.
My Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful against Sanchez and this Jays team. Going Our Lady Peace right behind you. Don't talk about balance in a lineup, passing that baton, the offense going from 1 through 9, and need some base runners on in front of Trout. Trout with real good numbers career-wise versus a changeup. He's going to see a lot of them today versus Sanchez.
First one's down and away. Trout hitting .289, 14 home runs, 28 runs batted in. 0 for 3 last night with a walk. Yeah, that production in the leadoff spot has been virtually non-existent for the Angels this year, as that evens up the count prior to at bat by Ian. The #1 spot in the order, a 199 batting average and a 281 on base percentage.
Tell you what, so far we've seen quite a few pitches from Sanchez. A lot of pitches on the lower part of the strike zone or below. That plays right into Mike Trout's swing and his swing path.
Bouncer foul.
When you look at the speed of that changeup for Sanchez, his fastball talked about 92, 96, but his changeup's going to be 88 to 90. Very similar to Zach Greinke, Felix Hernandez, as far as not a huge differential between the speeds of his changeup and fastball, but it's the movement of his changeup, way it sinks. See so far, best fastball 95, the slowest pitch a curveball at 80 miles an hour.
Good fastball, fouled off to the right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Kinsler with a strikeout to start the game.
Yeah, that's that first elevated pitch, but Mike Trout talked about how well he hits the pitches on the lower part of the strike zone. See that hot zone, especially down and in, down middle. Occasionally he'll turn on that pitch upstairs, but lower part of the strike zone, he is going to hit that baseball hard.
95-mile-per-hour fastball. It's crazy to think that that middle spot up is 091, but the corners are good numbers.
That's because he can turn on that pitch inside, but also he hits the ball so well. We've seen a couple of shots, and even at Big A, the right center field on a fastball up and away. A couple of those pitches are going to be off speed because they're trying to stay upstairs against them. That's a pretty good changeup there from Sanchez. Shohei Ohtani, because he's never seen the majority of pitchers this season at all, is trying to time those pitches, especially a changeup.
Just outside, apparently. Borderline pitch at 96. Tried to bring it back. Mark Wegner calls it a ball.
And he runs that one back, and that does catch that upper part of the strike zone, that zone in which Trout does hit the ball well the other way when he's looking that way.
3-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. 2 down. Well, Sanchez has been very effective against right-handed batters this year. A 198 batting average against lefties, though, at 311.
And you would think that would be the opposite with this changeup. Usually, for right-handed pitchers, you have a real good changeup, you're going to get a lot of outs against left-handed batters.
Well, if he's got command of that fastball, especially with the run action that we just saw on that ground ball by Trout, in on the hands, it kind of makes sense that it's a tough pitch to square up. Up to takes low. Another pitch that looked like it's a strike.
Just a couple left-handed batters in the lineup. Shohei Ohtani, Cole Calhoun. That bottom part of the lineup, very important to be more consistent, getting on base and giving Trout an opportunity to drive in some runs here.
Justin takes a strike. 1-1. Had a 1-for-4 game last night with a single and a run scored. 250 batting average, 6 doubles, 11 home runs, 34 runs batted in.
Upton 5 for 7 in his career versus Sanchez. That's a 714 batting average.
Hit toward short. Urshela has it. Halos down in order here in the top of the first inning. We're scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first. One of these days, Mark Gubicza will be right at the top there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh. Projectile vomiting, but you'll be up at the top.
Oh yeah, that'd be really comfortable going up there. Yes.
No score as we take a look at John Gibbons' lineup for game number 49 for the Toronto Blue Jays at 23 and 25. Hernandez leading things off at right, Donaldson at third, Smoke at first. Solarte the DH, Pilar in center, Martin at catcher. Urshela at shortstop, Granderson is in left, And Travis batting ninth, playing second base. Tyler Skaggs making his 10th start of the season. 3-3 overall with a 2.88 ERA. And we talked already a little bit about how good he has been out on the road this year.
Outstanding numbers. 1.14 ERA and 4 starts on the road for Skaggs.
To Oscar Hernandez, the right fielder. Takes a strike. A little different looking lineup with the lefty on the mound. Hernandez 1 for 4 yesterday with an RBI single. Comes in batting .255, 7 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Cue that one foul.
A 2-seam fastball right there, good movement. He's really comfortable with that pitch this season. Go along with his changeup.
One ball, 2 strikes. And it's been a nice addition for Toronto since being called up last September. He leads the team with 39 runs batted in. 19 this year. Lays off the breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blue Jays 2 games under 500. They're tied for 3rd, 10 back in the American League East. 12 and 15 mark here at home. Donaldson on deck. 2-2. Full count.
Pretty good patience for Hernandez. Didn't chase that high fastball, didn't chase the break a ball down and in, and a fastball just below the strike zone away after being behind 0-2.
Three-two pitch ripped out to center field. Trout moving over is able to track it down. That ball was squared up, 1 down.
Got a real good jump on that one too for Trout, because that ball off the bat looked like it was going in the gap. It was going to be at least a double. Great sound off the bat, lines, but Trout able to get there. Pretty good exit velocity off of that bat. Like a solid defensive play.
Sorry, Gooby. The Angels on the defensive side of things. It's up to Trout and Calhoun. Infield Cozart, Simmons, Kinsler, Pujols from 3rd to 1st. Maldi behind the plate.
And Cole Calhoun out in right field. 6 outfield assists, 45 of them in right field since 2014.
First one's outside to Donaldson. That ball, by the way, that Hernandez just hit. 107 miles per hour off the bat.
It sounded
you could
like
hear
that.
it.
Yes.
Even with the roof open, that ball you could tell was barreled up. 1-0. Bouncing in front of the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Donaldson last night snapped it over 14 with a couple of doubles. 2 for 4 overall. Hitting .224. 9 doubles, 5 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Struggled earlier this year with a shoulder injury. Flair down the right field line. Long run for Cole. He's there. Makes the catch.
Going to my go-tos for Skaggs to be successful. That's a pretty good pitch right there. To fastball change combination away and down. Very important for Tyler Skaggs this entire season. He'll rush that fastball on occasion upstairs, but that combination away, that arm side pitch, and then finish off with that nasty curve out of the strike zone. The old non-strike curveball starts in the strike zone, but ends up down and away for a swing and miss.
But even just go back to the Donaldson plate appearance. Donaldson is ahead of the count at 2-0 on pitches not in the zone, and all of a sudden that little 2-seamer, just enough movement in a hitter's count. Weak fly ball to right.
That's what you're trying to do. There was some hard contact, obviously the first batter, but it's an out and out. Soft contact, fly ball. Nice play by Cole getting out and right.
No balls, 2 strikes on Justin Smoke.
Cole covered a lot of ground to run that one down for Donaldson, because especially on a 2-0 count, you're anticipating, especially last night, Donaldson had 2 doubles to right center field. So you're expecting good contact. Instead, it was soft contact, and Cole Calhoun was able to run that one down.
Smoke goes down swinging on the changeup, and Tyler Skaggs returns the favor as the Blue Jays are down in order. We're heading to the second with no score.
that first inning too. You mentioned, Victor, with Josh Donaldson on a 2-0 pitch. Tyler Skaggs made a perfect two-seam fastball and located it well off the end of the bat. Soft contact, and Cole Calhoun ran it down perfectly in right field.
I think that's the most frustrating thing as a hitter when you're in that type of situation. You read fastball, but all of a sudden, he's got the movement going away from you as Albert takes ball one to start off the second.
That's almost that BP fastball, because the two-seam fastball right now is working that way for Skaggs. It takes a little bit off that as compared to his four-seam. It's going to be 93, 94 upstairs.
Albert flares one out to center field. He's on board to lead off the second. Albert with career hit number 3013.
Albert signed that baseball yesterday.
Yeah.
For Geddy Lee. 3,000 hit club. Pretty valuable baseball.
Shohei takes outside.
This should be a pretty good test for Shohei Ohtani against Sanchez. We know he can hit the fastball well. It's staying back and making an adjustment on a changeup. We'll see a couple changeups during the course of this at bat. There's one right there. That's the pitch right there. He's got to be ready for. That was the middle of the plate, right into his swing path.
Shohei 0 for 3 last night with a walk, hitting .310, 5 doubles, a triple, 6 home runs, 17 runs batted in. Pulls at first, nobody out. He'll go down swinging a high fastball. 1 out. Second strikeout for Sanchez.
Pretty good sequence against Shohei. I mentioned it. He's going to have to make adjustments against Sanchez. He went a couple fastballs this time upstairs. So able to get that by him. It's slightly above the belt, trying to make contact, but pulled off under that changeup alone, and that sequence threw off the timing of Ohtani.
There's Andrelton Simmons, 325 now in the season. 3 home runs, 26 runs batted in. 0 for 2 last night, picked up an RBI. Takes a strike.
So a lot of strikes early on for someone who's walked 29 batters, coming in a little over 50 innings pitched this season.
Limited last year to just 8 starts at the major league level. 4 stints on the disabled list, all with a middle finger problem, a blister issue, and a nail problem. Broken bat roller bound for second by Sanchez. Travis has it, has no play at first though. That's that running fastball in on the hands. Andrelton breaking his bat. 2 down.
Runs that fastball. It's a good 94-mile-an-hour fastball. But as both infielders converge on the base, as a pitcher, you just throw it right towards the base. One of them is going to be there. Unable to get a double play turn, but still got that lead runner at second. That's why you look back and communicate with your middle infielders. Who has that play at the base at a comebacker? Dina Weeble down coaching box at third base from Barstow. Same thing, Aaron Sanchez. They've known each other for a long time.
Aaron, a first-round pick by the Blue Jays in 2010 out of Barstow High School.
Always been a big Angel fan. Aaron's parents here today at the ballpark. Pretty amazing. Only player in MLB history born in Barstow.
You got two guys for Barstow.
Yes.
Right here, right now.
here today. Been through there many, many times myself on the way to Las Vegas.
Picked off at first base. That'll do it for the Angels here in the second. So she'll probably have Andrew Bailey have a look at it.
That's real close.
Sosha still
I almost
having
like
a look
he got
at
to
it.
that back corner of the base before the tag was applied.
Jim Reynolds, the first base umpire, making the call.
Now it's a matter of did he get him on the elbow or not.
You're gonna challenge it.
I thought he got his hand back in there. It's always the most difficult thing for a first baseman to tag, especially as a base runner. You're always taught to go to that back corner of the base. It's a longer tag. It sure looked like he got his hand in there.
Call on first base is out. Here's a look at the replay. And that's why you dive for the outfield portion of the base.
It looks like the hand is in and the tag is applied on his elbow.
That's coming off.
Safe. That's a good challenge, though. It's obviously keeping another runner on there. It's going to force Sanchez to throw more pitches also. And he's allowed 5 stolen bases in 6 attempts. Anderson Simmons looked like he might have been thinking about being on the move there. Good footwork there by Sanchez, though. Real quick.
Big lead for Anderson. 3 balls, no strikes on Zach Kozar. 223 batting average for the Angels third baseman.
Nice job by Andrew Bailey to challenge that one.
A little bit high, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
So now all of a sudden you have 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position, changes the whole inning around.
RT Maldonado hitting .250. 7 doubles, 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. A double last night, 1 for 3. Opening score to lead off the 8th inning. Yanks that one way foul. 0-1.
.313 batting average with runners in scoring position and 2 outs.
A pop-up left side for Shellum. Underneath it, the Angels leave 2 men on base. One to the bottom of the second with no score. Angels and the Rangers battling it out at the Big A. The first 10,000 kids in attendance will receive a great youth trout jersey courtesy of Angels Radio, AM 830. While supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com. Tyler Skaggs with a 1-2-3 first inning. He'll face Solarte, Pilar, and Martin here in the second inning. Jan Hervis Solarte, the switch hitting DH. Solid numbers on the season. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. 10 home runs, leads this Jays team, as do the 29 RBIs. 260 batting average, 327 on base percentage. Off the end of the bat, popped up toward the dugout. Pujols, Maldonado, Albert calling for it. One down.
That's a good combination. Slow curveball, followed up with a changeup and soft contact for the first out. Good pitch here, going down the way off the end of the bat. See how out front he was. Solarte, the hips were open, tried to keep the bat back, but could not do so and get the barrel of the bat on that changeup.
Kevin Pilar at the plate, 287 batting average. Angels kept him in check in last night's contest. Ended up going 0 for 4. 4 home runs, 20 runs batted in. 24 extra base hits, 18 of those doubles. I know you had a chance to talk to him yesterday. My biggest question is the way he plays center field for him. How much is he feeling it year to year now, the body and playing here on this turf?
He actually told me that yesterday. That he's really starting to feel it in his legs playing on there. We used to hear everyone say, well, after a while, but he said that all of a sudden his knees, his calves, his feet bother him, especially the way he plays the outfield.
Right.
So there's a lot of wear and tear on this turf when you're playing every day. Now, especially as an outfielder, because you're standing on that turf. As an infielder, you get to be on the dirt, same thing as a pitcher. He's starting to feel it.
This is a little flare out to shallow right. Cole's coming on, calls for it. 2 outs. I'm glad teams like the Blue Jays and the Rays, those that had artificial turf, and still do, and they're going to a more traditional looking infield where you, as opposed to just having the dirt cut out around the bases, that you went to a dirt infield. And then obviously everything has changed over the years. The turf has gotten better, a little spongier, unlike Royal Stadium.
I'm sure your dad had some fond memories of that turf. I know, just watching and looking the way George Brett and Frank White for all those years playing that turf walked around and still walk around. it's not comfortable watching them walk.
Also Martin, the catcher, 150 on the season. Has a 1-ball, 1-strike count. 0 for 2 last night with a walk.
When you look around this field too, you think of the warning tracks, you think it's dirt, but it's not. It's the same field turf, but just different color. A lot of times you would see it, so you would, as an outfielder, as you're running towards the wall, you can feel that difference from the grass to the dirt. But here it's the same, just painted different.
Rogers Center, built in 1999.
And the conversation we've heard a couple years ago, they were going to go to natural grass, and it keeps getting pushed back as far as making that transition. Old exhibition stadium, that was always fun to play in. Never any wind blowing out the right field at that stadium. It was really warm too, all the time.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Martin takes a called strike 3 and another 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Skaggs. Picks up his second strikeout. 2 in the books. We're headed to the 3rd. No score. Not start the third. 9-1-2 coming up for the Angels at Calhoun. Kinsler and Trout, no score.
Just 4 extra pitches thrown for Sanchez after that pickoff was overturned. And another challenge here for Cole, just to try to stay back. The shift is on in the infield. Fastball's been away for the most part, and down, and changeup down. Stay back, hit the ball to that left side of the field if you're Cole.
160 batting average, 3 extra base hits. Got into the game as a pinch hitter last night. Ended up grounding out. Mentioned the shift on the infield, but the outfield plays him straight up. 2 balls, no strikes.
Now this is one of those times now, if you're Cole Calhoun, you're just looking in a zone. Middle in for a fastball.
Trying to bunt his way on, just dropped that barrel too much. Had the opportunity though, because Donaldson was at the shortstop position.
And an all-speed pitch, which makes it even easier to deaden that baseball down the line.
Pardon me, that's Urshela. Donaldson's over on the second base side. So look at the defense. Two balls, 2 strikes.
And Eric Hinsky, sometimes as a hitting coach, you're just saying sometimes just even think in terms of bunting. You can get a base hit down that line, but also allows you to track the baseball at that level going away, which you're going to see a lot from Aaron Sanchez.
Full count.
As that changeup fades away, his two-seamer fades away against a left-handed batter. So it allows you to track the baseball. You can still pick up a hit or two bunting down that third baseline if you're Cole, but it allows your eyes to adjust to that part of the plate.
Payoff on the way. Cole bounces this one to the right side. Jammed on it. Donaldson. That's in front of Travis. One out.
Eric Hinsky, the AL Rookie of the Year, 2002, playing for the Jays. Still signing a lot of autographs here the last couple of days here at Rogers Center. And Alfredo Griffin, 1979 Rookie of the Year, playing for the Jays. There's Alfredo.
Kinsler struck out to lead off the game. 0 for 1. One ball, 1 strike. Well, they want the young one to come up from Double-A. Vladdy Jr.
He's putting up unbelievable numbers.
Yep.
What did Buck Martinez tell you? A generational player.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Yep.
Biggio,
Good interview today, by the way, with Buck
Thanks,
Martinez.
Man.
Good guy.
Great guy.
I was talking about you.
Yeah, no, you weren't. It's interesting because, you know, how do you weigh calling someone like that up? As Kinsler cuts through that one, there's 2 balls and 2 strikes. You've got a team that's in the American League East. That, you know, that's going to be tough for them to pull off a division unless both the Yankees and the Red Sox fold, while still keeping your fan base engaged. You know, they had a pretty good run in 15 and 16. Some injuries, obviously, to Troy Tulowitzki last year.
Yep.
Ian bounces this one down the line, foul.
Yeah, as we talk about a couple guys in their history with Rookie of the Year type capabilities, those games, those names that you talked about in the pregame show certainly will be in that conversation once they make it to the big leagues as being Rookie of the Years wearing that Jays uniform. The only two in history, the two we showed for the Jays. Hinske and Griffin, the only two in their history that won Rookie of the Year.
Full count. Trout on deck. Some would argue that let him stay down at Double-A all year, let him win Player of the Year honors. Give him a September call-up. Kinsler lines one out towards center field. Here comes Kevin Pillar. He'll make the running catch. 2 down. Good jump by Kevin. And it'll bring up Trout. There's the numbers for Guerrero, Double-A.
45 RBI. Wow.
Yeah, we're in May.
Yeah,
We're in May. 19 years of age.
And then 39 games, 45 RBI. I don't blame him for wanting Vladdy up here.
Yeah. Trout takes a strike. Grounded out in the first inning, 0 for 1. Braves kind of went through that, whether or not to call up Ronald Acuna. That certainly is paying off dividends. I don't think anybody was anticipating the Braves to compete this quickly. They lead the National League East by a game and a half at the 29-18 mark.
And they are scoring lots of runs. They thought it was going to really be their pitching. It was going to be their key to the turnaround in their new ballpark. Opened a couple years ago.
Two-one count. Sanchez with 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit allowed. Angel fans certainly know what that's like to have someone down in the minor leagues with all the hype being built up. Clearly the guy at the plate was that guy. And there's a 2-out walk. Oh, we were in Cleveland, right? After a Friday night game, Bobby Abreu was let go. Trout got called up for good.
And it was some growing pains. As anytime you'll bring a youngster up at the major league level, because you doubt yourself. We saw what it turned out for Mike Trout.
Shohei going through those growing pains himself in Japan, signing as an 18-year-old out of high school, and then now learning, brand new league, up to fouling it off his foot.
Yeah, you keep watching him. He's in the dugout looking to see if he can pick something up from Sanchez to have a better chance at the plate. You can look at all the video you want. You have to see it with your own eyes. You see him trying to envision himself in the batter's box. It's really cool to see that. Looked like Trout was leaning. Mentioned 5 stolen bases, 6 attempts against Sanchez.
So score, top of the 3rd. Oh, 1. He's got a lot of running action on that fastball.
I've always been impressed with Sanchez. His stuff is plus stuff as far as fastball, curveball, and now changeup, throwing a lot more of them.
Flare out toward right field. Hernandez has to come in on it. The Angels are done here in the 3rd. We'll head to the bottom of the inning, still with no score.
California Ford dealers. By Jack in the Box, try the new Cholula Buttery Jack, part of the Buttery Jack family, only at Jack in the Box. And by your Southern California Cadillac dealers.
Halos drop at the opener of this 3-game set last night. Scoreless as we begin the bottom of the third in this beautiful city that is Toronto. Tyler Skaggs has faced 6 batters. He's retired all 6. Picked up a couple of strikeouts. Urshela, Granderson, and Travis, the bottom third of the order. Giovanni, shortstop, 3 for 16 with Toronto. 1 home run, 3 runs batted in. Over the third, back at it by Kozar.
Hey, one thing that Tyler has really perfected well is throwing, whether it's his curveball or changeup on the first pitch, and throw it for a strike. After that first pitch changeup, came back with a slow curveball. Urshela out in front, ground ball to third, get that quick out. 7 batter space, 5 first pitch strikes in the game for Skaggs.
Like that ratio, 32 strikeouts, 9 walks, 29 and 2/3 innings over those 5 starts. Curtis Granderson at the plate. Which is strike 1.
Rose Nagy liking the approach here on the mound, the aggressive approach for Skaggs early on here. When you think about it, Tyler hasn't got a ton of run support early on, but he's pitched so well, though, he's given his team a chance to win every single game. Let's set it at one tough game against Boston. He's been outstanding the whole season.
One ball, 2 strikes. Tyler coming to play tonight with the first strike percentage of just about 64%, which is a career high for him. And with that, a higher strikeouts per 9 rate, lower walk per 9 rate.
Yeah. Man, he's doing a lot of that with all speed pitches first pitch. About 50-50 as far as fastball to all speed first pitch.
Tied him up. Down goes Granderson, 2 outs.
And because you can throw your off-speed pitches for strikes, he's getting a lot of swing misses from his fastball. That at 93. Up and in against Granderson.
To me, the location is what's. Yeah. I mean, that's a perfect hit on a 2-2 count.
Especially a lefty, because even though Maldonado was set up away, he's tracking away. Either it's going to be a breaking ball or fastball, runs it up and in, and cannot make contact.
Devin Travis takes off the plate for ball 1. 141 batting average. Came off the DL and was activated for the game yesterday. 0 for 3 with a couple of punch outs. Out toward right field, hit well. Cole racing back. He'll pull up, and that is gone. Just punching it the opposite way, and it's 1-0 Toronto. Travis hits his 2nd of the season.
Talked about how well Tyler has located his pitches. This baseball is not squared up necessarily, but hitting the right part of this ballpark. See the target being set up, and it drifts out over the plate enough where you can stay back and hit the ball with that approach going the other way, and it gets out to right field. The baseball carries very well, especially the roof open here at Rogers Center.
Teoscar Hernandez takes ball 1. I credit Travis. He went hunting for a pitch away and took that approach, as you mentioned. Gives the Blue Jays the 1-0 lead here in the 3rd inning. That's lined up to the alley left center field. Trout over to try to cut it off. Does so, but Hernandez, pretty decent speed, gets in there with a double. So back-to-back 2-out hits.
And one thing you want to see from Tyler Skaggs right now is really to slow the game down. Don't let this turn into something more so. You have to get 2 quick outs to start here in the third. The home run went the other way. Now a line drive right back up to him. That's 2 pretty good swings in this game already from Hernandez versus Skaggs. Remember, Trout round that one down the first batter of the game. This time he gets a double.
'21 of 36 of his hits for extra base hits. 12th double of the year. There's Donaldson, hit a fly ball to right field in the first.
And that's part of slowing the game down instead of getting that mode of trying to throw a fastball a little bit harder. Throw a nice slow curveball at 71. Donaldson out in front, fouled it off, got ahead of the count here now.
That ball that Hernandez just hit, told you the first inning was 107. This one 112 miles per hour off the bat. 1-0 Blue Jays on the home run by Travis. 0-1. Late on that fastball.
That's the pitch you're going to have to go with against Hernandez too. When you have a guy up there hitting 2 baseballs that well up the middle, you have to elevate in, and then that changeup off the plate down.
Ball and 2 strikes. Donaldson trying to wait back as long as possible on the off-speed pitch.
That's 2 slow curveballs in a row at 75.
It's up the count now with just missing in off the plate. Called strike 3. Down goes Donaldson. He knew it. 4th strikeout ends the 3rd inning. But the Blue Jays strike first. The home run by Travis is 1-0 as we head to the 4th. 7:07, and fans in attendance will take home a stylish distressed visor courtesy of Bedrosian Tile and Stone while supplies last.
Stylish.
Styling, profiling. Advising, realizing. She's sizing me up. You want me to go on? LL Cool J?
Oh, yeah.
No?
Yes.
Never mind. Not in your wheelhouse, huh?
Oh, no. I like, big fan.
Albert Pujols. Shohei Ohtani. Anderson Simmons for the Angels here in the fourth down. 1-0.
First time through this season for Sanchez, 214 batting average. Second time through, 261. Third time through, 306.
Albert shooting one out to right field. Oscar Hernandez is there, makes the catch. Pujols 1 for 2. Shohei struck out in the second. Two and 0.
Looking for that first big fly on the road for Shohei. Good count to do so.
Off the plate, 3-0.
Say get the green light here, 3-0 for Shohei Ohtani. Anderson Simmons on deck.
He'll take a strike, 3-1. Boy, he got a lot of autograph seekers before the game. After BP goes out in the outfield and throws, simulates pitching, and then walks over and signing autographs. Takes upstairs, and he's got himself a 1-out walk. And that was a lot of Blue Jay fans, by the way.
Yes. It's funny, I saw him as he was finishing those autographs walking back to the clubhouse, and he had a big smile on his face.
Poor guy in the middle getting crushed.
Was that us asking for an autograph there?
For a second there, I thought it was Patrick O'Neill.
Yeah. It could have been.
Patio was getting ready for the pregame show.
Oh, yeah. He's everywhere.
Anderson Simmons at the plate with Ohtani at first. That's the first, the third walk issued by Sanchez to go with 2 strikeouts. One.
We know that Shohei Ohtani can steal a base, but Mike Scioscia was asked that even in spring training, in the beginning part of the year, just gave you that stare like, okay, next question. But it's a pretty good lead.
Hasn't even made an attempt.
No.
At a stolen base. Dribbler toward third.
And you could certainly understand that if you're Mike Scioscia, especially because you know he's going to be on the mound pitching on Sunday. A couple more starts at the DH role here on this road trip before starting the game in New York on Sunday. Well, he's got movement on that changeup too, along with his fastball. So that's 2 pitches you really have to try to track. There's about anywhere between a 6 to 8 mile an hour differential between his changeup and fastball, but very similar movement.
Two. That's drilled out to center field. Kevin Pillar has to race back. Still going back at the wall. He'll make the catch. Ohtani had rounded second. Will have to race back to first. The throw from Pillar is cut off by Travis. Boy, Angelton gave it a ride. Nice play by Pillar in center field. But Ohtani, you talk about his speed getting back as he was about a third of the way to third.
I have no idea how he got back, and he had to go back and retouch the base at second also. And Pillar doing Pillar type things out in center field makes an outstanding play on that well hit baseball by Andrelton Simmons. Keeps up in front of the wall, and Shohei Ohtani sees that, is able to touch the base, retag it, and get back. Still be at first base, but not getting doubled up. He was reading that baseball off the wall, trying to be able to score all the way from first base, but Pillar tracked that one down. About Pillar over the last couple seasons, 50 defensive runs saved. That's another run saved on that defensive play out in center.
Cozart walked to second. There's a 1-1 count here now. That's pulled to left. Off the end of the bat. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Ohtani is going to round and stop there. So 2 on, 2 outs. Maldonado coming to the plate.
Martin Maldonado. Let's take a look at last night's performance. Swinging the bat is our Carl's Cam replay. First at bat, no batting gloves for Martin Maldonado. A swing and miss. Lost the grip of that bat. Next at bat with red batting gloves. Strikes out and then changes it up to the white batting gloves. It worked on his third at bat, and he doubles down in the corner. So what's he do today? Came up with gray batting gloves his first at bat. Now he has red.
Popped out to short in the second inning. And will take a strike to start this plate appearance.
That improvement in batting average.
.68 pitches for Sanchez. We're in the fourth with 2 outs. Halos tonight 0 for 1 with men in scoring position. 1-1. Maldonado with 5 3-hit games this year already. Most by an Angels catcher since Napoli. Had 7 of them, 2009. Ground ball toward short. Urshela's there. Bobbles it for a second. And no play. As soon as he peaked up to throw to second base, he kind of stopped. If he stays with that ball and thinks about first, he might have a play.
Even then, he still thought he had time to get Maldonado running down the line. Now that's a big part of the game right here for the Angels. Right at Urshela. Bobbles it, looks up at second, then looked at third to see if maybe Shohei would have rounded the base. Instead, even at that point, he still has a play at first. See him looking to see if he rounded the bag.
Smoke alertly coming off the base.
See if this hurts him right now.
Error onto Urshela. First of the year, 32nd committed by the Blue Jays. And here's Cole. Grounded out to the right side his first time up. It's a fastball for a strike.
Pretty good career numbers with the base load of 319, looking for his first career grand slam. Not be surprised if Sanchez threw him a changeup here after the first pitch fastball.
One and one.
Tyler Skaggs hoping for some offensive support. 2.33 runs per game per start for Skaggs this season. He's pitched very well. Looking for some runs here.
Out toward right field. Teoscar Hernandez drifting back on it. In front of the track. Will put it away for the third out. So the Angels will leave them loaded. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Blue Jays lead it 1-0.
Back on this date. Chuck Finley loves this date. Back in May 23rd, 1995, at a 2-hit shutout, 15 punch-outs against the Yankees. By the way, Mario Rivera started that game for the Yankees, and back in '99 through a 3-hit shutout versus the Rays, including getting his 2000th career strikeout wearing that Halo uniform. Only other pitcher to do so, Nolan Ryan, with 2,000 strikeouts wearing a Halo uniform. But that Rivera starting that game for the Yankees, he settled in pretty good.
This is Major League debut.
Yes.
So the Yankees were bullpenning long before the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yes.
Smoke, Solarte, and Pilar here in the fourth. Tyler Skaggs, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit. That was the home run. Pardon me, 2 hits. A home run by Travis, a double by Hernandez. Consecutive at bats. Two balls, no strikes. Justin Smoke struck out in the first inning.
Very similar to the pitch he threw to Donaldson to get him out with in that first inning on a 2-0 pitch. This time Smoke unable to make contact. A 2-seam fastball away.
Out towards shallow center. Trout has to come in on it. 1 down. Solarte popped out in foul territory in the second.
Yeah, you can see that right away. Tyler knew he missed location on that one. Frustrated, even though it was a foul ball. Maldonado wanted that fastball in, and Skaggs says that's a very important pitch for him to be able to establish a fastball in against a righty to open up that outer half of the plate. Got away with it.
Pulls this one foul, just out in front.
This play down the line by the ball boy, giving young fan that baseball. Put a smile on his face.
Out toward left field, hit well. Upton has to race back near the wall, and that is gone. On a 1-2 pitch up in the zone, Solarte hits his 11th of the season. 2-0 Toronto.
th extra base hit for Solarte this season. Now 30 RBI. Tried to elevate upstairs with a fastball. That's letter high. He went up, brought his hands up, and drives that out to left center field. Exactly where Maldonado wanted that pitch to be thrown, but he was able to bring his hands up. Second solo shot for the Jays.
Two balls, no strikes on Pilar with a fly ball to right field in the second. That's line to left. Upton has to come in. 2 down. We got news from the Angels today about Keenan Middleton, who had his Tommy John surgery. All looked good as far as the surgery. All went well. The reconstruction couldn't have gone any better, so at least good news on that front. No new surprises there as Martin takes a strike. Now begins the long road back.
I wonder if it changes as far as time coming back is, for a starter as compared to a reliever. Certainly it's a little shorter process for a position player. Corey Seager going through that with the Dodgers.
Russell Martin struck out, looking to end the second. 1-1's off the plate. 2-1. Making the top part of the zone, but doesn't get the call. And Wegner's been more prone to call the pitch down in the zone today than he has the upper portion of the zone. 3-1. Line to center. A 2-out base hit. Keeps getting alive for Urshela. Urshela for 1, starting shortstop. Grounded out to third base to lead off the third inning. 2-0 Toronto. A couple of solo home runs. Travis in the third inning. Solarte here in the fourth. One home run of the season for Urshela, and it happened on Saturday against a pretty good pitcher, Sean Manaea of the Oakland A's. First time in his career he's gone oppo for a home run. 1-1. A couple of chances for the Angels against Aaron Sanchez, haven't been able to cash them in.
Sean Manaea is another one of those pitchers throws a lot of changeups himself. The Jays have a number of pitchers on their staff that throw quite a few changeups, including Aaron Sanchez on the mound here tonight. Marco Estrada throws a lot of them. He's on the mound tomorrow afternoon for the Jays.
Two-one. It's down and in.
I wonder if that hit his back foot.
Yep. Hard breaking ball down and in. Gets a piece of it.
It's almost in the shin area and above the foot. Break the ball down and tried to get out of the way of that one. Quick visit here for Charles Nagy with Team Maldonado, Tyler Skaggs. We're joined by Anthony Simmons.
Hey folks, this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Trying to keep it a 2-run deficit. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Curtis Granderson coming up. The strikeout victim in the third, 1 of 4 for Tyler.
Doesn't swing at a lot of first pitches, but you still have to be careful, especially on the inner half here with Granderson as a left-handed batter going against Tyler Skaggs here. He's had a pretty solid major league career.
No balls, 2 strikes. Down goes Granderson. The inning comes to an end, but Toronto adds a run on the home run by Yangervis Solarte. We'll head to the 5th inning. Top of the order coming up. The Angels down 2.
Let's take a look at the league leaders brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Talk about that change-up percentage compared to fastball percentage. Marco Estrada at the top. Toronto throwing just under 36% of his pitches for change-up. Talk about Sean Manaea, who a no-hitter this season, 31.5%, and Aaron Sanchez, 31.3% change-ups this season. Estrada has a very good change-up. Both of his change-up and change-up off his change-up.
Kinsler, Trout, and Upton for the Angels here in the 5th, down 2-0.
So far tonight, he's got a pretty good fastball. It's at 23% as far as change-ups thrown percentage-wise for Sanchez, because he's had real good movement and command of his fastball. That's something that Jays want him to start throwing and trust him more, his fastball, as compared to throwing so many change-ups. There's a change-up there called a strike that looked like it was a little bit out of the strike zone.
Kinsler with a strikeout at the first, a line out to center in the 3rd inning. Now towards center field. Pilar has to go back on this one. Reaching back, looking for the fence, and he'll make the catch. 1 down. A couple of balls hit hard for the Angels, but nothing to show for it.
Big part of the field here, the Rogers Center.
Trout grounded out of the 1st and walked in the 3rd.
I see Trout swinging at the first pitch here.
I see too many of those tonight.
It's one thing Trout very rarely swings at, a first pitch curveball.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Out in front, curveball followed by a changeup. I wonder if they'll try to ride a high fastball now.
One, 2. Downstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Upton on deck. The Yankees got onto a quick start against Texas 4-0, but Rangers have stalked back, leading 5-4 now in the game of the 5th in Arlington. Pretty good pitch.
It's twice now in this game where it looked like Sanchez hit a corner. Take a look at our Nissan pitch cast. Even though Martin set up away, that got a lot of the strike zone at 95 with movement. Called a ball.
3-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Slice foul.
Boy, just stay back on that about as much as you can just to fight that one off. It's 79-mile-an-hour curveball. Remember last time after his curveball he threw a changeup. Trout, a .317 career hitter versus changeups thrown to him in 35 home runs. 3 home runs versus a changeup this season.
Another 3-2, and he walked him. Second free pass picked up by Trout. 4th on the night for Sanchez.
Yeah, Sanchez not real happy. Felt he struck out Trout 2 pitches before that went out of the strike zone. Victor, I think at this point, because of the offense struggling, I think Trout's got to be on the move here early. Even though you're behind 2-0.
They're trying to generate something. Upton's 0 for 2. Takes inside. Ground out and a fly ball to right.
Martin has allowed 25 stolen bases and 32 attempts against it behind the plate. 22% as far as thrown out base stealers for Russell Martin.
1-0 pitch. 1-1.
Generally, Trout settles in right at that 11-foot lead. And he'll start turning his body almost in that sprinter-like position to try to steal a bag. 10 stolen bases this season. Again, right at 11-foot lead.
Nice dig by Martin. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Good action count here. 2-1 with 1 out.
Trout on the move. Up that breaks his bat. Rolls one. It's cut off by Donaldson. 2 down. Trout ends up second base. Albert 1 for 2. Single to center field in the second. Line down to Hernandez in the fourth.
Able to keep that breaking ball in front, knock it down with the glove, Russell Martin. Sanchez with no wild pitches this season, has hit 6 batters coming into the game.
2-0. Shohei on deck. Angels, as I've said, have had some base runners on board. 3rd time tonight that they've had at least a man at scoring position. No one's reached 3rd as of actually they did last inning. Ohtani after the error by Urshela. 2-0. Watch out. 3-0. A couple of breaking balls and a fastball in.
Albert will have the green light, and Albert will be hacking if it's in the strike zone. Give him a 3-0 changeup.
That was out of the zone.
Yep.
Albert didn't like that call.
You think? Oh, that's just slightly below the knees.
Trout standing at second base. Now the 3-1. And there's ball 4.
It appeared that Sanchez really didn't want to go after Albert that entire at bat. 3-0 changeup, followed by a fastball well off the plate in, and Albert with a quick glare out to Sanchez.
Yeah. Second time this season that Sanchez has walked 5. 2 on, 2 outs. Ohtani struck out in the second, walked in the fourth.
Big moment now for Shohei and the Angels here.
Toronto on top 2-0 on a couple of solo home runs. Action now the Blue Jays pen. First one to Shohei. Down and in.
Let's see a visit here to the mound.
Barnes first man up.
Shohei Ohtani's been very good in these situations with runners in scoring position. 9 for 18. It's a .500 batting average with runners in scoring position. Big moment here for the Halos.
Evens up the count.
He goes with his changeup now. Couple fastballs, first two.
2-1.
There it was.
You were talking about the even 500 batting average. Bennett's scoring position. Scoring position, 2 outs, 7 for 7. Do something here with the Angels down by 2. Shift on. Urshela up the middle. 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off.
He had a pretty good pitch to hit hard the other way. A little late on it though. Got him to chase a high fastball. First at bat, walked his second at bat. So pitches thrown these last 3 innings, 21, 21, and now 22 here. Still into the 5th inning.
Trout standing at second, Pujols at first. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, fooled him. We'll get a piece of it. There's a foul. Outfield shading Ohtani the other way. Infield playing under pull. Another 2-2. This is popped out toward left field. Granderson is underneath it. Angels leave 2 more on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-0 Toronto. With the Rangers hosting the Kansas City Royals, then some of the biggest stars in baseball are on Fox. Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and the Yankees take on the Angels, led by Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. It all happens at 4 Pacific on Fox. Tyler Skaggs. 5 strikeouts, no walks, 4 hits allowed, 2 of which have been solo shots. Travis has one of those. That came with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. First hit, first base runner allowed by Tyler Skaggs. Travis' 2nd home run of the season. 2-1 count. This one lifted out toward right, toward the foul line. Cole have to move over. One away.
See if he changed the patterns against Hernandez. Hit the ball hard twice to center field. One for a double, the other a line out to Trout round down his first at bat.
Speed pitch. Foul tipped into the middle.
Two slow curveballs in a row, avoiding that fastball. He's hit very hard twice.
On 2. Bouncing that one. Hernandez 1 for 2 with a double in the third.
So 4 straight curveballs. Still has the option of trying to fade that changeup away. With a 2-seam fastball off the plate, outside corner.
Josh Donaldson on deck. Full count. Payoff pitch, got him on the breaking ball. Maldonado has to throw down and complete the strikeout. 2 outs.
Finally got him to chase that breaking ball. After getting ahead, first 2 pitches, breaking balls out of the strike zone. He was patient, worked the full count, but then chased. And on a non-strike with this breaking ball, get a swing and miss. Good one there from Tyler Skaggs. 6 strikeouts in the game for Skaggs.
2 outs, nobody on. Here's Donaldson. Fly ball to right in the first. Struck out looking in the third.
It's a pretty good changeup. It's a little bit out of the strike zone.
Two balls, no strikes. 78 pitches for Tyler. John Axford getting ready for Toronto. On the corner, 2-1.
More likely that's it for Aaron Sanchez. 2 hits allowed, 5 shutout innings. Did walk 5 though in 5 innings. Now 34 walks on the season. 55 2/3 innings pitched.
Full count. Skaggs trying to pick up his first 1-2-3 inning since the second. Started the game off, retiring the first 8 in a row. 3-2. This is pulled down the line and off the glove of Kozar. And toward the corner to double for Josh Donaldson. Almost looked as if Zach maybe dove a little bit too soon. Donaldson picks up his 10th double of the year.
It's his 3rd double of the series. That prep step in position. And the odd hop got by the glove. Being a double down the line for Donaldson.
And in scoring position now for Justin Smoke, who's hitless tonight, 0 for 2. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. The Angels have stranded 8. Toronto 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They've left 3 on base. One and 2.
Last couple of innings, though, quite a few pitches. Economical the first 3 for Skaggs. 24 in the 4th, 20 so far here in the 5th.
And just not able to close out the inning. That hit him. Second time he's hit a batter with a breaking ball in back-to-back innings now. And you go back to that 4th inning, you mentioned the pitches thrown. Gave up the home run. They got Pilar with a fly ball left. And then got Martin. Ahead of Martin, single. Ahead of Urshela, hit batter. To prolong the inning, just like this one's getting prolonged.
Yeah, part of that comes down to the fact that when you're not getting a lot of run support, you kind of try to be too fine, and that's what happens. You try to make the perfect pitch, and then instead of trusting your ability to hit spots.
Solarte at the plate. 1 for 2. He homered on a pitch up around his neck. His 11th of the year. 30th RBI. He's got Donaldson at second, Smoke at first. Back toward the middle, and that will sneak through for a base hit. Donaldson will come home to score, and it's 3-0. Sounded like Solarte broke his bat.
Pretty good pitch. It's down and away off the end of the bat, but placed perfectly up the middle.
Here's Pilar's 0 for 2.
Pretty close to being a strike as it crossed the front of the plate. Some action now in the bullpen, some movement.
Bullpen phone pretty loud. 2 balls, no strikes.
So Jim Johnson getting ready.
That shot out to a right center field. Well hit. Trout trying to track it down, and he does so. What a terrific jump by Trout to haul it in and keep it with just 1 run here in the 5th.
Yeah, talking about those defensive metrics and the routes that Trout has taken this year. They've been outstanding, saving a potential couple runs. The Jays lead the Angels 3-0 here at the top of the 6th. Now let's take a look at We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota. Talk about that route taken by Mike Trout. Off the bat, Pilar's thinking he's got a double and a couple RBI, but Trout runs that one down just in front of the wall in right center field, all because of that great route he took to run that one down. Make it look easy. Trout, some high fives in the dugout.
3-0 Toronto here in the 6th inning. John Axford, the veteran, on in relief. This pitching change brought to you by Purple Bricks. 21st game for Axford. No record, a 3.27 ERA. 22 innings, 20 strikeouts, 8 walks, 20 hits allowed. The Ontario native Simmons, Kozar, and Maldonado for the Angels here in the 6th.
Yeah, fastball's 93-97. Curveball and a slider.
John now 35 years of age. Last season with Oakland, just 22 games. Anderson takes a strike. 1-1. Simmons 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. Fly ball to deep center field in the 4th. Back toward the middle. It's a leadoff single.
That's Simba at his best, using the whole field. Right back up the middle. Pretty good pitch. It's down. And the back up the middle approach. Picks up a leadoff hit.
Second time tonight the Angels have had their leadoff man reach. There's Cozart, who's been on board twice with a walk and a single. One and 0. There's Sanchez tonight. 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 5 walks. No runs allowed. But Jim Johnson's still on the bullpen mound. I wonder if Tyler Skaggs is done after 5 innings. Two 0. 2-1. Toronto will have Martin, Urshela, and Granderson 6, 7, and 8 due up in the 6th.
Throws a fastball quite a bit of the time. 69, make it 80% of the time we'll throw a fastball. 2-1 here.
It'll flare out to right field. Hernandez will play that on a hop.
Got that high fastball, hit it the other way. So 2 good swings, not trying to pull the baseball. Allowing Martin Maldonado to come to the plate, representing tying run.
Back-to-back hits.
Looks like he may be pinch hit for. 2-1 fastball. You know those counts. He's going to go with a fastball. Was upstairs and able to fight that one off in the right field for a base hit. First and second, no outs, 2 hits.
Meeting on the mound. Stay tuned during the 7th inning stretch for the Nissan Game Break with Jose Mota. Martin Maldonado coming up. He's 0 for 2. He's popped out and reached on an error.
By the way, how about that Yankee-Texas game? It broke into a Cowboy-Giants game, 10-7. The Angels looking for some runs here.
Donaldson playing in near the cut of the grass just in case Maldonado drops one down. Smoke back at first. Swinging first pitch. Skying went down the left field line. Long run for Granderson. He is not going to get there. It'll fall in there. Good read by Andrelton Simmons. He'll come in to score easily. It's an RBI single that was up there forever. It's like a punt.
Speaking of football games, no punting down there in Texas so far, but that base hit by Maldonado, that's a great read. That's not an easy read if you're at second base, especially with no outs. And Granderson, as you see, most outfielders set up, they're bunched in the middle. A lot of room down that corner, and it falls in nicely for an RBI single. You see Andrelton Simmons, and he reads that's going to be down. It scores easily. It's a big run.
Laxford faces 3 batters and he gives up 3 singles. He's done. Have ourselves a pitching change here in the 6th inning. Toronto on top 3-1.
Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Hyundai. Get a great deal, more than a great deal, on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Carl's Jr. Take your mouth to Memphis. The call of Carl's.
3-1 Toronto. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Cole Calhoun at the plate. Seung-Won Oh takes over on the mound for the Blue Jays. 22nd appearance. Fastball in there for a strike.
And his fastball is 90-95. Will throw a curveball, slider, and split finger fastball.
1-0 with that 2.57 ERA. 21 strikeouts in 21 innings. First season with Toronto.
Yeah, about a third at a time, and he's ahead of the count 0-1 to a left-handed batter. He'll come back with his splitter. There it is.
1 ball, 1 strike. 35 years of age, native of South Korea. Last couple of seasons with the Cardinals. Very good first season. A 1.92 ERA, 19 saves. Last year his ERA jumped to just over 4. Still picked up 20 saves. 1-1 to Calhoun. Fouls it back 1-2. Cole 0 for 2. Grounded out in the third inning. Skied one with the bases loaded to right in the 4th.
Yeah, he just missed that one. Looking for his first career grand slam.
Cozart at second, Maldonado at first. Kinsler on deck. That's blocked by Martin. Such a tough pitch.
Yeah, that's spin on the breaking ball in the dirt. It's a very important block too. Would have put 2 runners in scoring position, tying runs in scoring position.
Time was called at last second.
And at that point, you have to follow through as a pitcher. It took a long time for him to deliver that baseball. I don't blame Cole Calhoun for calling for timeout.
Oh, he's ready. Another 2-2. And this is a little flare out toward left center field. And Granderson will come in. Slide. Bobbles the baseball. And it drops. Cozart was headed back to second base. And he will get tagged down. Not much you can do in that situation. Because Granderson went into a slide and looked like he was going to make the catch. So that's why Cozart was headed back to second. 1 out.
And then that slide, try to keep that baseball at the body, but alertly throws to third base. Real good decision by Granderson. Donaldson runs up to get to that baseball and applies the tag on Cozart.
Trying to figure out what the conversation is about with the umpires.
Is there no path for Cozart to run to the base? I mean, that baseball's in the air. He's just trying to catch it and apply a tag.
Like maybe Soja arguing that one of the umpires make an out call, and that's what Cozart saw, thus causing it to be a delay.
Yeah, he's calling him out.
The third base umpire, Mike DeMuro. Okay, well, if DeMuro's calling it out, right, then Cozart is back to second. Maldonado back to first because Calhoun is out on a fly ball. And Granderson clearly never had control of the baseball.
He was trying to control with his body. Never had the baseball in his glove.
And Wegner's the crew chief here. I think that's what the argument is that, you know, did DeMuro, by holding up the out call, did he mess with Cozart? I don't think so. No. Cozart was looking at the ball. DeMuro, where Zach was at, DeMuro would be to his left peripherally. Because Cozart had his back turned to the infield looking at the play in front of him. The old 7-5 put out at third base for the first out. It's all said and done. Still 2 on. 1 out now. Kinsler at the plate. In 0 for 3. Strikeout, 2 fly ball outs.
That last baseball hit very well to dead center. Yeah, really nothing Cozart could do on that play. Certainly when you're down by 2, you can't be doubled up. You have to make sure that baseball is not caught by Granderson. So you're caught in between going back to second and going to third. Granderson wisely threw third base to get the force out.
1-1. Yeah, 2 balls and a strike.
So far this season, on a 2-1 count against a right-hand batter, he's thrown a fastball nearly 3/4 of the time. Especially knowing that Mike Trout is on deck, you would think he would get a fastball if you're Kinsler.
Tipped into the middle. Evens up the count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trout on deck.
That's a good swing right there for Kinsler. He's on that 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
Mildly out of the base runner at second. And got Calhoun over at first.
A swing like that against a pitcher on a fastball, you imagine he might go with his split finger fastball now.
Gets it on a breaking ball. 2 outs.
And all speed display thoughts, splitter right off that outside part of the plate and swing and miss.
So here's Trout. Mike 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. just missed down. Jim Johnson still loosening for the Angels, so Skaggs more than likely done after 5. Six, 7, and 8 coming up for the Blue Jays. So has to step off. Trout calling time. Halos hoping to score more than just 1 run after starting the 6th inning with 3 straight singles. Down 3-1. 1-1 pitch. 2-1. Three and 1. Upton on deck. Trout chased the breaking ball. Full count. Base runners to get a head start now.
Not too often you see Trout expand the strike zone. Chase that one. 3-1. Already 2 walks in the game.
Runners go. 3-2. Line to left field, a base hit. Maldonado is going to be waved around. He's going to come into score. Calhoun on his way to third, and he is out at third base.
Wow. No run scored either. Looks like they waved off the run.
Now, if the call stands at third base, no run. Just a bad base running mistake if that indeed holds up. No reason to go to third on that play. Well, you're already in scoring position.
That looked like, I think it was pretty close. It looked like he tagged him before he got that foot in.
Yeah.
The 2 outfield assists potentially by Granderson in this inning alone. And we're going to take a look at it.
Either plays at third base.
Yes.
Maldonado clearly did not score before the tag.
Unless he missed the tag, it looked like he got him.
Trying to get credited with a single. Question is, did Donaldson tag Calhoun at third base?
See right here, did he get that? Looked like he tagged him before. Unless he missed his thigh and tagged him on the chest area.
There's no argument from Cole when he stood up, popped up.
Maldonado definitely did not cross the plate for the tag, or
this isn't going to go
out.
This isn't going to go the Angels' way. Maybe with the base runners on the move on a 3-2 pitch, no real reason to go to third base. He's out at third. The run is not going to count. So the Angels get 4 hits here in the 6th inning, get just 1 run out of it. Toronto leads them 3-1 as we hit at the bottom of the inning. 6:07 first pitch. Saturday Night Fireworks presented by Wells Fargo. Go to angels.com for more details. Jim Johnson takes over on the mound for the Angels. He'll get 6, 7, and 8. Fifth appearance for Johnson. It was a first pitch strike. 2-1 with a 4.13 earned run average. Two and one. Also Martin 1 for 2. He had a single in the 4th inning. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Evens up the count. Full count.
Tried to bring that two-seamer back. Got the call the pitch before.
Down goes Martin, 1 out. She pointed out Curtis Granderson picks up 2 outfield assists, 2 7-5 putouts in that 6th inning. When it rains, it pours. Urshela 0 for 1. Ground out and a hit by pitch. Ground ball to third. 2 down.
Yeah, that doubled the amount of outfield assists on the season for Granderson. He came in the game with 2 outfield assists, 2 in 1 inning.
Granderson 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Two balls, no strikes. Second bat, high fly ball to right. Calhoun is there. Johnson with a 1-2-3 6th. We're headed to the 7th inning. Angels down.
And Pastime for Patriots, honoring members of the U.S. military, has helped the charity Hearts to Endure. He's done a lot of charity work. Andrew Heaney was the 2016 Roberto Clemente nominee, which was won by Curtis Granderson back in 2016. So much he does well and for charity. Andrew Heaney, great guy, throwing the ball well, but what he does off the field has been outstanding.
Andrew will get the start on Friday, New York. Danny Barnes takes over on the mound for O. This will be Barnes' 20th appearance, 1-1, 3.18 ERA. Upton, Pujols, and Ohtani. Upton 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a fly ball to right. Barnes, 28-year-old, native of Manhasset, New York. 35th round pick in 2010 by Toronto out of Princeton. 60 games last year. Off to play 2-1. Barnes had a 3-6 mark. A 355 earned run average.
And fastball is 89-94, slider, changeup.
Up and down a couple of times this year. 2-1. 3-1. Blue Jays have more action going to their bullpen. Barnes is their third reliever. Maxford faced 3 batters, gave up a run on 3 hits. Oh, went 1 inning. 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And there's a leadoff walk to start the 7th. So base runners aplenty for sure for the Angels. They just need to take advantage of it. Take a look at the Honda upcoming schedule. 1 more tomorrow afternoon affair here in Toronto. Then it's 3 in New York. Friday, Saturday nights. Then Sunday afternoon off to Detroit. 2 day games in Detroit on Monday and Thursday. Then it's a 6-game homestand. Albert 1 for 2, a single and a walk.
There's a lot of first pitch fastballs. There was one there.
Upton's on the move, picked the right pitch, off speed. Justin picks up a stolen base.
3rd stolen base of the season for Upton. 27th stolen base for the Angels this season. Knowing that data as far as what he does a lot with a 0-1 count, throw his changeup, got a changeup, and steals the bag.
Two balls, 1 strike. Ground ball to short. Because of it, cannot advance the runner. 1 out. That's going to be it for Barnes. Gibbons making the way out there. Shohei due up. He's going to go to the left-hander. So a pitching change here in the 7th inning. With Toronto on top 3-1.
Justin Verlander continues his outstanding season, picking up the W against the Giants, going 6 innings, just 1 earned run, 9 punch-outs. Terra with a 2-run single in the 10th inning, as far as a 3-run 10th, as the Royals beat the Cardinals 5-2 in extra innings. And Michael Fulmer, we're going to see him potentially on that 4-game set in Detroit. Went 5 2/3, this 1 earned run as Detroit wins and beats Minnesota 4-1.
Aaron Loop, the lefty, on a relief to face Shohei Ohtani. First one inside. Loop, no record of 3.38 ERA, 22nd game, 17 punch outs, 5 walks in 18+ innings. Lefties have hit 286 against the righties, 270. Upton standing at second, 1 out. We're in the 7th inning. The Angels down by 2. One-0 pitch. 2-0. Swooping slider. Luke now 30 years of age. And with Toronto in the big leagues since 2012, 9th round pick in 09 at Tulane. 70 games last year.
Fastball. 83% of the time will throw a 2-1 fastball to a left-handed batter.
Shohei 4 for 20 on the season against left-handers.
Now with a 2-2 count, might see something all speed. Got 50-50 as far as fastball to secondary pitches for Luke versus the lefty.
Angels and Simmons on deck. 2-2. Called strike 3, down to Ohtani. Here comes John Gibbons again.
This time he went with a fastball. Split that middle of the plate at 94-mile-an-hour fastball from a tough arm angle against a left-handed batter. Luke comes through with a strikeout.
Another pitching change here in the 7th inning with Toronto on top by 2. Includes MLB Ad Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Go to MLB.tv for details. Ryan Tepera pitching for the 2nd consecutive game takes over. with Upton standing at second base. 2 outs, and he'll face Andrelton Simmons. 25th game for Tepera. 3-1 mark at a 3.18 ERA.
Tepera, good fastball, 94, 98, slider, cutter, changeup.
Simmons 1 for 3, singled and scored in the 6th.
Now it's time for the key, a drive to success with Andrelton Simmons at the plate here. Last 26 games, he's hit in 22 of them with a batting average at .351. And that base hit right here to bring the Angels within 1.
Fouled off. 1-1. Foul tip near the mid, 1-2. Big rip by Andrelton. Here's the 1-2. Way outside, dug out by Martin. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Simmons so good with 2 strikes, puts the ball in play consistently. One of the most consistent run producers with runners in scoring position over the last couple of seasons. And his ability to use the whole field. He had a base hit last time up, right back up the middle.
3-11 with men in scoring position. 273 in those cases with 2 outs. See if he can do it here. 2-2. This one's out toward left center field. Granderson is there. Stretch time here in Toronto. The Angels still trailing at 3-1. Time now for our Nissan Game Break with Jose Mota.
It's time for the 7th inning stretch.
City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels baseball.
Halos down 3-1 as we begin the bottom of the 7th inning. Jim Johnson back out for his 2nd inning of work. Retired the side in order in the 6th, getting a strikeout. 9-1-2 for the Blue Jays here in Travis, Hernandez, and Donaldson. 0-1.
Back to that first run by the Jays. That was a pretty good pitch from Skaggs that Travis hit out to right field, right down the right field line.
Called strike three. Down goes Travis. One out.
Pretty good curveball there from Jim Johnson.
Almost like he never saw it.
Yeah.
A little bit of a ghostly appearance.
12-6 break on that curveball, upper part of the strike zone.
Teoscar Hernandez showing bunt, takes low. Right fielder 1 for 3 with a double in the third. Justin Anderson begins to play catch. Good location, 0-2. Both teams with 6 hits, 2 of which for Toronto. Home runs. Travis in the third inning, Solarte in the fourth. Tyler Skaggs 3 runs earned in 5 innings, 6 hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks, and 2 batters on breaking balls. And he's got a piece of it, keeps his at bat alive. By the way, that game in Texas now, Rangers 11, Yankees 10 in the 7th inning.
Baseball's carrying pretty well down there, don't you think?
Well, it's starting to become summertime in
Yes.
Texas. Temperatures in the 90s. Get that south wind too. Full count. Ground ball left side. Kozar cuts it off. 2 down. Brings up Donaldson with the bases clear. The Angels at the bottom third of the order coming up in the game. Kozar, Maldonado, Calhoun. Looks like Tempero will be coming back out. Donaldson lines one and glove by Andrelton Simmons. What a catch! Unbelievable. That ball was by him.
That's like a slap shot from like 20 feet away and a goalie making a save. Andrelton Simmons shows why he's the best in the business. That was by him, a line drive, somehow able to control as he hits the ground. brought to you by Arco, and what a play this was by Andrelton Simmons. Donaldson crushes that baseball. Exit velocity 112.7 miles per hour, yet Andrelton Simmons able to make that play, landed very hard on his chest and controlled the baseball. You're talking about squaring up a baseball. That was by Andrelton. Hopefully he's okay. Donaldson's looking like, how did he catch that baseball?
Cozart skying one. Very first pitch to start the 8th. At the left field, Granderson puts it away. 1 out. Never a dull moment with Andrelton Simmons on the
I
field.
have no idea how he caught that baseball.
Caught him, I think.
Hopefully he's okay. He landed awkwardly there too.
We were talking about the turf earlier.
Yep.
How there's no give whatsoever. Maldonado takes downstairs.
See how Andrelton lands as he's trying to brace himself but could not do so.
One ball, one strike.
You know, when you think about it, you're that close. Exit velocity of 112.7 miles per hour, yet you were able to make that play on a line drive. Andrelton Simmons, so special of a play.
It's a big old hang with him for Josh Donaldson. Not enough launch angle. 1 and 2.
That's an easy double for him too. That's splitting the gap as hard as that ball was hit.
Two solid innings for Jim Johnson.
Yeah, talking about especially on that breaking ball and even his fastball, trying to bring it back to the outside part of the plate.
Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Halos have Anderson getting ready at the bottom of the 8th. Ground ball. Sounded like it broke his bat. Donaldson has it.
Bounce. Yeah, Victor, before the game that I was watching, Andrelton Simmons kicking a soccer ball around, that footwork he has. You need all that footwork to be able to be in position and catch that line drive.
John's nobody out for Cole. He takes outside. 0 for 3. That ball was in the air. That line drive was in the air for a total of 1.4 seconds. One. Cole fouls it back 1-2. Kinsler on deck. Angels will at least have Trout coming up. Upton as well in the ninth inning. Score remains like this. More than likely Tyler Clippard. He's been the guy that's been in the closeout opportunities. As Cole strikes out swinging. Halos down and ordered. We head to the bottom of the eighth inning. 3-1 Toronto. Game coming up right after the game, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Andrelton Simmons back out. Probably felt the after effects of landing on that turf after making that terrific catch on the drive by Josh Donaldson. Hopefully he's all right long term. Justin Anderson takes over on the mound for the Angels. 13th game, 0-1 with a 4.50 ERA. It'll be Smoke, Solarte, and Pilar in this half of the 8th inning. Trying to keep it a 2-run deficit for the Angels. One ball, one strike. Justin Smoke tonight 0 for 2. Hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance.
Good slider there. Anderson, he has that wipeout slider, but also has that one he can throw in the strike zone. Plus, he can rush his fastball 97 to 99 miles an hour.
Full count. Solarte on deck. Smoke. Skies one. Left side. Kozar with the shift on. It's over there. Puts it away for the first out.
And speaking of Solarte, take a look at our tools of the trade. Brought to you by Ram Trucks, his second at bat. Think about bringing his hands up and getting a high fastball from Tyler Skaggs above the strike zone. Hit that one out. But that was not the highest pitch hit out. Colin Moran hit one out. It was above that, 4.45 feet high. He was able to jump on that pitch and drive it out for the Pirates. So 4.05 for Solarte, 4.45 for Moran. He was able to hit that one out for the Pirates.
Yeah, jump up and get it is
Yes.
right. You're absolutely, literally. Solarte 2 for 3, spins around to hit from the left side. Home run, single, 2 RBIs. Back-to-back sliders, 0-2. Tyler Clippard warming for Toronto. He closed it out yesterday for John Gibbons.
Tell you what, when you get a swing like that, Solarte can hit a fastball. He was able to bring his hands up and hit that 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Skaggs. He was on that fastball at 98.
Down goes Solarte. Couldn't catch up to that one.
Located a little bit better, a little bit towards the outside part of the plate. Stays back. Good balance for Justin Anderson to run that fastball by Solarte. See how late he was on that swing.
Pillar's 0 for 3. 3 fly ball outs. Trout made a terrific running catch on his last drive of the 5th inning to the alley in right center field. If he doesn't get it, a couple more runs come across. Angels have stranded 11 base runners tonight. Two balls, 1 strike. 7th time this month. The Angels have left 10 or more on base.
6 walks in it, none of those walks scored.
Only 1 got to third base. That was courtesy of the error by Urshela that kept that inning alive. That was the 4th. Halos coming to play day 10-10 in the month of May. Two out walk. First time Pillar's reached the series.
Pillar with 8 stolen bases. He might be on the move right away here.
One ball, no strikes. Stay tuned for Angels Live postgame show for the Auto Nation Business and Sports. Low price, no pressure, guaranteed.
A bit bigger lead there, 11-foot lead for Pilar.
Russell Martin, a 1-for-3 game with a single and a couple of strikeouts. (3-1) Toronto. We're at the bottom of the 8th. Two and one. Justin retired the first two batters before walking Pilar.
They look like that front shoulder. That's one of those times when you look in there as a catcher and you say, he's pointing that front shoulder that's flying open a little bit quicker than normal. Real big lead.
Popped up. Albert calling for it. We head to the 9th inning here at the Rogers Center. The Angels down 2 at the top of their order coming up.
Going back to my Hyundai keys, you see his record of 4-1 with a 1.82 ERA. He's got a couple saves. Threw the ball well last night against the Angels, although the Angels have had a lot of success against him in the past. A Hyundai key for this game today, right behind you again. You got to bunch those hits together to be able to come back and pull out this victory here in the 9th inning against a pitcher they've had success doing so. So right behind you, from Kinzer to Trout, Upton, Pujols, Ohtani. Bunch some hits together.
Last base runner the Angels had, Justin Upton, walking to lead off the 7th. Kinsler 0 for 4. Clippard last night. A 1-2-3 9th inning, picking up his 2nd save. One ball, one strike. Trout, then Upton. But he gets on base. Pujols. Now toward right. Hernandez comes in on it. One down. Trout on board 3 times with 2 walks and a single. That single that he had the 6th inning would have brought home a run, but Calhoun decided to try to get to third base, was thrown out, tagged out before Martin Maldonado, the base runner in front of him, was able to cross the plate, so that run was negated.
A lot of all-speed pitch, especially even 1-0 for Clippard. There it was again, change up. Although up 2, generally he'll throw about 3/4 at a time on a 2-0 pitch. A right-handed batter will throw his changeup. Imagine he might throw a fastball here.
Off speed.
He did go back to the changeup.
Yep. Two one down. 3-1.
Imagine he goes right back to his changeup now. And he did.
Figured he'd back that up with another one, right? More than likely.
Basically, he's about 50-50 as far as a fastball or something off speed on a 3-2 count.
And he threw a fastball, missed. So it'll bring the Tiger to the plate. Third walk picked up by Trout.
Good patience there for Trout, knowing he needs that base runner to bring that tying run to the dish now, and Justin Upton, who can drive one of those changeups a long way.
Oh for 3 tonight with a walk. Also picked up a stolen base.
Thing is, if he leaves that changeup out over the plate right now, Upton can hit that a long way, especially with his swing. Just pulled off on that changeup enough just to foul it.
Good lead for Trout over at first base. 2-1.
Hasn't shown he could throw his fastball for a strike yet.
Six hits for both sides. The Angels have left plenty of base runners on board, trying to make up for it here tonight. Down by 2. Trout on the move. Upton takes upstairs and throw down a second, and Trout is safe. Travis drops the baseball. Would have been very close. Quick release by Russell Martin.
Yeah, really impressive throw for Martin on that one. Hopefully Trout, that slide in there is going to be all right. Did a pretty good jump at that time. Clipper threw a fastball, a perfect throw right on the base, and Travis tried to be quick on the tag and had the baseball in the glove. It's 11 stolen base and 11 attempts for Trout this year. Looked like the baseball might have gotten, or the tag right at the neck area for Trout.
Three-one count on Upton, 1 out. We're in the ninth. Pujols on deck. Three-one pitch. Upton. Big hack at that changeup, full count.
And just about 70% of the time he threw a 3-1 change at the right-handed batter. Did it again. I think Trout a 3-2 fastball.
Three-two, and he walked up. Borderline pitch, just tailed in off the plate. So back-to-back walks with 1 out. Tying run now on base. And Pujols coming up representing the go-ahead run. 8th walk picked up by the Angels tonight.
And Albert's hoping to cash in 2 of those walks with 1 swing.
Albert 1 for 3 tonight with a single and a walk. John at second, Upton at first. Fastball right down Broadway. Or in this case, York Street.
Yes.
Or University, either one. Pujols last night against Clippard, a fly ball to center field. Oh, what pitch? Lays off.
Yeah, Donaldson's playing almost right on the line down by third base. Granderson well off that line in left field. Pretty good speed on the bases for the Angels, especially an all-speed pitch. If Albert could hook that down in the corner, chance to tie it up.
Here's the 1-1 from Clippard. Breaking ball fouled off, 1-2. Ohtani on deck. That's all you can ask for is giving yourself an opportunity here. Trout and Upton with back-to-back 1-out walks. One-two pitch upstairs.
He overthrew that splitter. It's been his changeup and splitter. Would not be surprised if he came right back with that splitter again.
Out in front of it. Reset and do it again at 2-2. The pitch. Lays off. Full count. Nobody warming for Toronto. Clippard's the 6th reliever used. There, Sanchez, the starter, went 5 innings.
Three-two count, 1 out. Unless you get a great jump here, I'd be surprised if they're going.
Trout from second, Upton at first. We are in the 9th. Runners go. 3-2. Pulled foul out in front.
A lot of trust for Mike Scioscia in Albert's ability to swing at a strike, and if it is a strike, make contact.
Travis, the second baseman, close to the bag, trying to keep Trout as close as possible. Smoke off the line at first. A long top of the 9th inning. Angels try to extend it. Runners go, and it is ball 4. They're loaded up. 3 consecutive walks for Tyler Clippard. Loads them up with 1 out, and Shohei Ohtani coming to the plate. You know what? Upton took off from first. Trout didn't. It was almost a delayed move by Trout.
That's the danger of back going there, and you would leave Ohtani in the on-deck circle if it was a strike him out, throw him at. And slight hesitation. Upton's already at second base.
Michael Hermosillo takes over at first base as the pinch runner for Albert. So the tying run now at second base. Go ahead run standing at first. Shohei faced Clippard last night, popped out on an off-speed pitch in the middle part of the infield. And Ohtani tonight 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Those are the base runners. Trout at second, Upton, or pardon me, Trout at third, Upton at second, and Hermosillo at first base.
Ohtani's so good as far as making quick adjustments. See if he does so against Clippard tonight.
Here comes the first one. And he takes low on the changeup.
That's so important to be able to be patient and not help him out. Clippard doesn't throw a ton of fastballs. This is the count where you might see one if you're Ohtani.
1-0. Breaks his bat, loops one to center field, a base hit. Trout will score. Upton's being waved around. Hermosillo ends up at third base, and we're tied at 3.
And again, the success against Clippard for the Angels, helped out by 3 walks and finally a base hit. And a couple of those walks score for the Halos, and he tied up Shohei Ohtani. Changeup, it's off the end of the bat, but strong enough to get that into the outfield for a 2 RBI single. 19 RBI on the season now for Ohtani. He stayed back on that, kept that bat back, even though he was fooled initially by the speed of the pitch. Driving in 2, tie game.
Andrelton Simmons now at the plate. Runners at first and third. Great read too by Hermosillo, easily getting it to third.
Tell you what, he was fast getting around there.
Yeah.
This is a sign being put on too, also, just to make sure that the infield's going to be in, but just in case of a throw being made. Second base, the cutoff. In case they're trying to go and steal home after that throw to second.
Andrelton Simmons 1 for 4. Had a single back in the 6th inning. Clippard's first one. Ohtani takes off. No throw. It's a strike. Should be a stolen base for Shohei.
I think so.
One out. And it is a stolen base for Ohtani. 0-1 count on Simba. No balls, 2 strikes.
See what he was trying to do. He was trying to hit that ball to right field. First career stolen base for Shohei Ohtani.
Three here in the 9th. Clippard ready. The 0-2. Chopper back toward the middle. That's a base hit. Hermosillo score. Here comes Ohtani. And the Angels have themselves a 5-3 lead.
Boy, coming into the game, 375 batting average for Andrelton Simmons with 2 strikes. Gets a base hit with 2 strikes up the middle with the infield in.
John Gibbons with the slow walkout.
And he tried to go upstairs, and against Andrelton Simmons, so good on the high pitch, right back up the middle. 2 runs score. RBI single from Andrelton Simmons, who made an unbelievable defensive play, puts the Halos in the lead here now.
Pitching change here in the 9th inning. 4 runs in and still 1 out. Angels lead at 5-3. Trika takes over on the mound with Simmons at first base. 1 out. Zach Cozart the batter, the first pitch upstairs. Patrica pitching in his 8th game. No record is .675 ERA. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 6 2/3. 17 hits allowed in 6 2/3.
See that moving fastball, he's 93, 97. Slider changeup, that's a lot of hits.
Four runs so far here in the 9th, up 5-3. Blake Parker getting ready for the Angels in the bullpen as they check in on Simba. Angels, as Blake gets ready. 0-18 this year when trailing after 8. Blue Jays 17-0 this season when leading after 8. There goes Simmons, and this one's bounced foul. Cozart, 2 singles and a walk, 2 for 3 overall. Couple of big hits by Shohei Ohtani and Andrelton Simmons.
Shohei with now 19 RBI in 23 starts. Andrelton Simmons, as usual, clutch. The runner in scoring position. And with 2 strikes on him.
2-2. Kozar pulls it down the line. That is it's very close to being a fair ball. That looked like it was fair.
I think Mike Scioscia's got to take a look at that. From our angle, that looked like it was fair.
Scioscia's out of the dugout. Not much you could do. It's a judgment call. I mean, from our vantage point, we're behind home. We thought it was fair.
There's a good angle right down the line.
All it's got to do is just go over any part of the base. That's if last night's ball was fair that Pilar hit for double play ball. How's that not fair?
That hit chalk twice going down and over that. Looked like it was right over the corner of the base.
So count remains at 2-2. Trout started it with a walk with 1 out here in the 9th. Big lead for Simmons once again. Doesn't go. Kozar fouls it off.
First 8 innings of the game, 6 walks, none of them scored. 3 walks in this inning, all 3 scored.
Broken bat flare to left. That's a base hit. Simmons is going to turn and stop right there. So a 3-hit game for Kozar. 2 on and 1 out. Maldonado coming to the plate.
Boy, it's good to see the team coming back like this in the 9th inning. Still trying to add on some runs. With a swing like that, almost did add on some run. Good swing there from Maldonado. Talk about adjustments made by Shohei Ohtani. Last night popped that ball up in the infield against Clipper. This time a 2 RBI single with a broken bat into center field for Shohei. 19 RBI, 23 starts.
0-2 count.
Picked up his first career stolen base also for Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, 2. Maldonado, the 8th man to come to the plate here in the 9th inning.
Took a lot of changeups also. This Toronto staff in general, a lot of changeups.
Maldonado strikes out swinging. The bottom hand came off the bat again. Two outs.
Follow through on the swing from Maldonado. And off the bat again.
So Cole steps in, 0 for 4. Simmons still at second, Kozar at first. Parker ready to go. He'll pitch the bottom of the 9th. It's the bottom third of the order due up. Cole bouncing the first one foul up the first base line. Cole bouncing this one off the plate. Justin Smoke is there. Gage Patrica. That'll do it here in the ninth inning. But the Angels strike for 4 runs. Shohei Ohtani, Andrelton Simmons, the heroes in this one. Shohei tying it up with his broken bat single to center. Then Andrelton Simmons with his 2 RBI single up the middle, giving the Angels a 5-3 lead as we head to the bottom of the ninth. Bottom of the ninth inning, the Angels on top of the score of 5-3. Hand the ball off to Blake Parker to start this bottom of the ninth and hopefully finish it 1-1 with a 2.78 ERA. 23rd game. Parker with a couple of saves. Dwight Smith Jr., the pinch hitter, to start off this ninth inning. He's batting for Urshela. Five for 17 since being called up to the big leagues. Takes outside 2-0.
Well, went over at first base.
Foul off.
See that fastball velocity getting better for Parker. 94.
Dwight Smith Jr., of course, the son of Dwight Smith, briefly played with the Angels. Three-one count. He's batting .278 at AAA with a couple of home runs, 15 runs batted in. Parker's 3-1 pitch. That's drilled out to center field. It's a leadoff single. Trout cuts it off. Smith will stop right there.
Pretty good swing. Stayed back on that one well. Finds it into center field. Pitch middle part of the plate, but down. Didn't try to pull it. Stays back. Good balance. And lines it for a single.
Here's Granderson. Kendrys Morales has come out to the on deck circle. Granderson 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to right. Not a big lead at all for Smith at first.
Good splitter.
1-2.
So definitely crossed the plate on that splitter, no doubt.
Here's the 1-2. That's out to right field. Cole got a good jump on it, dives, and he can't get it, gets by him. Smith is going to be stopped at third base. It'll go as a double for Granderson. And the tying run now in scoring position for Toronto, on the winning run coming to the plate, and Kendrys Morales.
Boy, Cole has made so many outstanding plays in the outfield. Tries to dive just underneath his glove. Ends up being a double.
Second and third, nobody out. Morales at 178 on the season. 3 doubles, 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in. 0 for 5 as a pinch hitter. Kinsler out in shallow right. Simmons up the middle. There's the first one to Kendrys. Off the plate for ball 1. So 3 batters face to start this 9th inning, and Parker's followed behind all 3. Home run that Kendrys hit last night. His first home run at home since August 26th of last year. 1-0. 2-0. Justin Anderson pitched a scoreless 8th inning. Would be in line for his first major league win. Still is at this point.
Yep.
Two and 1. Smith over at third base. Granderson at second. Good speed on the bases for Toronto. Here's the 2-1. Kendricks check swing foul, 2-2. Tough hitter into Oscar Hernandez on deck. Then you've got Donaldson behind that. Leadoff single followed by the double.
Parker certainly has that capability of getting a strikeout. He could use one right now.
2-2. Out toward right center field. Trout, Calhoun racing back, and it's off the wall. One run is in. It's a long single for Kendrys Morales, and it's 5-4. I'm a little surprised Trout stopped running after it, because if he keeps on running, I think he catches it.
Yeah, off the bat, I thought that baseball had a chance going a long way. I was surprised they went with a fastball there also. He thought he got it.
RBI single, first and third, tying run 90 feet away. And Teoscar Hernandez at the plate. Nobody out. Hernandez tonight 1 for 4, had a double in the third inning. One and one. I'm a little surprised too. You said on the Morales fastball.
Yeah, I mean, especially because
you just fooled him on a splitter.
Yes, Kendricks is the guy that will expand the strikes. He wants that RBI or two, so he will chase something out of the strike zone. What we've seen over the years, he doesn't miss many fastballs, and he didn't.
Infield halfway, with Granderson standing at third. 1-1 out toward right. Granderson tagging at third base. Cole getting behind it. Makes the catch. Here comes the throw home. It's a little bit good. Up the line. They got him. Cole Calhoun yet again.
7th outfield assist this season for Cole. Look how pumped up he is. He got behind that baseball. You said that, Victor. He got behind that baseball really well. And a firm throw all the way in the air to the dish. 2nd out of the inning. Perfect catching it on that throwing side of your body, and a firm throw and tag by Maldonado. Cole Calhoun. A gutsy play going on that one with Cole's arm, but a perfect throw.
With Morales taking second on the throw, Donaldson gets walked intentionally here. And so it'll be Justin Smoke coming to the plate. The throw from our vantage point seemed to go up the line just a little bit, but still good catch and tag quickly by Maldonado.
But it's all about setting yourself up in good throwing position. He catches that on his throwing side of his body to make it that much quicker to get that ball home.
Tying run at second, 2 outs. Here's Smoke. First pitch downstairs. Smoke 0 for 3. Hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. 2-0. Shift on. Time call. Two-0 pitch. On the corner, 2-1.
Good splitter there.
Shift on. Kinsler out in shallow right. Outfield pretty much straight up. Up to maybe a little bit toward the left field foul line. Big hole on the left side with Simmons up the middle. Now the 2-1 pitch. Smoke late on it. 2-2. Is going to go out and make the slow walk. What was a very uneventful 8 innings for the Angels. It's become a very eventful 9th inning. Clinging to a 1-run lead with a tying run in scoring position. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. 5-4 Angels, bottom of the 9th. Here comes Parker's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Light that baby up as the Angels pick up the victory. Final 5-4 tonight.
Wow, what a comeback victory. Some real clutch at bats, but what a perfect throw from Cole Calhoun from right field to help preserve this comeback victory for the Angels. 5-4. It's time for the Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. Cole Calhoun picking up his 7th outfield assist of the season. A perfect throw to complete a double play. The 3rd double play he's been involved in this season for Cole Calhoun. Getting behind the baseball so well. Didn't look good at that point. Hernandez thinks he's got a sac fly, but a perfect throw to the dish. Maldonado tags out Granderson, and then Blake Parker with the punch out. What a victory.
And it does indeed nail down the first major league win in Justin Anderson's brief career. Pitched a scoreless 8th inning as the offense came to life against Tyler Clippard.